When your money is funny and your change is strange, you might want to fix your finances. And with the new year, there's no time like the present to build an emergency fund. Here to share Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union's smart saving strategies is Tamara Beaver, manager of their Fruit Ridge branch. Tamara, Happy New Year.
Hello, Happy New Year. It's so great to be here.
I know. I'm excited to have you on, and I want to know, what do you make of the fact that people are building an emergency fund as one of their top goals for 2023?
You know, for me, it's very encouraging to see that we're kind of prioritizing savings this year. For a lot of people, I think that's no surprise that everything is just costing so much more. And I think it's left a lot of us kind of in this state of realizing that we may not be as prepared as we'd like to be, or as we should be, kind of going into this new year for unexpected expenses, right? And so life has taught me that these types of things, home repairs, car repairs, medical expenses, they come when you least expect it and when you can least afford it. So being prepared is always going to be key.
Right, to your point, it's never convenient when these things happen.
Definitely not.
So it's important to know that you have the cash on hand if you have to pay for an unexpected expense, correct?
Absolutely, yes, that's absolutely right. And you know, according to this recent study that I was reading, 1/3 of working Americans would be uncomfortable spending just $400 on an unexpected expense. And unfortunately, the average for these types of expenses is $1,400. So that leaves quite the gap, and you can see that that could create a lot of hardship for people if they don't have kind of some funds set aside to be able to draw from.
Yeah, and it's like, it may seem overwhelming to get started. People don't have a lot of extra cash these days. What do you recommend?
It can be completely overwhelming, especially if his savings is kind of new to you. So I think a slow and steady approach is always going to be best, right? So you look at setting a goal for yourself. In this case, it would be wise to start with a $1,400 goal, since we know that's kind of the average, and then break that down into smaller goals to help you reach that goal. So if we think about somebody who gets paid just twice a month, putting aside $57 with every paycheck will help them get to that $1,400 within 1 year. So I think it's creating that goal, breaking it down to something that's manageable, and then making sure that you're putting that money aside.
And that actually seems like a realistic goal. And with maybe automatic deposits, where you kind of never see the money and it just automatically goes over there, can help it grow quickly.
Absolutely. That's such a great point that you brought up. Automatic deposit, right? It allows a lot of us to kind of operate in that out of sight, out of mind mindset, where you're just, this money's coming from your paycheck and going to this special account, so you don't have to, you know, worry about seeing it, to be tempted to spend it, right? So it will really help your money accumulate quicker than you anticipate, as long as you're not touching those funds, you know, unless there's a true financial emergency.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a key point. Don't touch the money unless you have a true emergency.
That's right. It's the only way it's going to work.
It's the only way. Are there any other things to consider, Tamara?
So when you're talking about savings just in general, but especially for an emergency, kind of using your money to work for you. So consider putting these, you know, your funds into a higher yield money market account or savings account, a type of liquid account that's easily accessed for you and available for when you need it. That's always going to be, you know, key. Make your money work for you.
Yeah, and it seems, I mean, the way you've broken it down, it seems manageable, and I think that's what a lot of people want to hear at the beginning of the new year, setting those financial goals. And Schoolsfirst, you have many branch locations that people can visit if they have more questions.
Yes, please come see us anytime. Financial well-being is really our passion, and so we will sit with you and create a budget with you, you know, help you get over a hardship or help you plan for, you know, unexpected. So yes, we are so happy to have people come and sit and see us.
All right, well, people can make that happen. Tamara, again, Happy New Year. We're happy to start off the financial goals with you.
Yes, thank you, Desiree. It's so great to be here, as always.
It's always nice to have you on. And for more financial tips, you can visit schoolsfirstfcu.org.